I just think that in reality, you gotta have common sense along with book smart. You gotta have common sense. If you don't know not to put your hand on this damn stove because it's hot, that means you have no common sense. It's hot. You know you don't supposed to put your hand on it.
What we're seeing, what's going on is, unfortunately, you have a lot of fathers in prison, right? We were programmed early on, Mo, when the fathers couldn't be in the home, when our parents had to be on welfare. So we were programmed then. They was programming us then to take the man out the home, right? The head, the guy who's supposed to teach his son how to shave, tie his tie. Eye opener. This is for a conversation for with our kids and grandkids. Because we if we took passing to our kids, they should be passing down to their kids. But they're watching us, so we act out here acting a fool. Guess what's gonna happen? Who they learning from? Where
Right.
they getting information from?
You know what? This is exactly why the therapists or the counselors, my job becomes harder, because I deal with the men that are being taken, I'll say, addicted to something. Either to sex, they're addicted to sex, they're addicted to drugs, they have miscommunication, they're angry at their fathers for not being in the picture, they're angry at their mothers for what the mothers couldn't provide. And I'm speaking from a mother that came from a marriage. So I was married and the husband left.
About black. I don't think it's for all cultures, but like dude said, man, women want the bad boy. They attracted to them. They're not attracted to the nerds or anything like that, because they made fun of them in high school. They had their own businesses, or they come up with new inventions, and then they probably think later on, I should have talked to him or something like that. But it's that's what they like, because they said in these rap videos, they said in the movie. So it's
like, I don't feel like police being in the area is the answer because of the tension. There's already problems. Like, if I see you, the first thing in my mind is to run, hide. They gonna search me, gun me down, Trayvon. I don't think that that's the answer. But
Okay. Molly Moho. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in as always. They got it a lot better than we had it growing up. We literally had to wait on daddy or mommy to hand us money or food stamps to go to the store. Now and they can be all the way at work and say, "Mom, hungry, I need more money." Cash out right to your car and you good. So it's different times. So.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Janice. How you today?
I'm well today. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. I see you blurring up over there a little bit. Is she good? You good? I can hear you though. I can hear you clear. It might be my end. Let me check the YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. They let us know who we got in here so far. I see Big D in here. What up, Big D?
Hey, Big D.
We got Slicky Woo up in the building.
DJ.
The hottest DJ on the East Coast, Be More Finest. What's up with you, Slicky Woo? Y'all go ahead and share. Go ahead and hit that like button. Get as many people in here as possible. We got mothers out here protesting because their daughter's getting called the N-word at school. And, well, she didn't get called the N-word. She got called a slave. Would you get mad if somebody call you a slave? I get mad. Definitely if she a different color, but
Yeah. That would be a conversation.
yeah, it's gonna be a conversation. But the protest, and I'm like, do you protest against the school or do we protest against the kid and the family? I don't know. Like, did the kid not get punished? Because I'm pretty sure this kid should have got suspended or something. But
Just
I don't know.
call it child a name. You know what they do in schools, man? That's light work right there, Maul. They do a whole lot more reckless stuff in high school and schools. Because if somebody call her a slave, I don't think that's a great idea to protest. I mean, definitely I would have to see if we can have a parent meeting with the other, with the other student and her parent,
Yeah.
to see what's really going on here. I mean, it all depends. You know what I'm saying? Because you know your environment, you know where you at. So when folks act out, you can't be acting, oh, I can't believe that. Nah, you knew who you were. You ran all these white folks. You didn't think it was ever going to come out?
You said, hey, no shocker right there. I don't know. I think people be just, man, I don't know, man. Some people, I think they like attention, or they just be trying to find a way to sue motherfuckers all the time. They try and get some quick money. I don't know what it is. Slicky say fight, whoop ass. That's what I'm like. Did a girl whoop ass? Did she fight this little girl? Did she just go home to her mom? Because I know in our neighborhood, it been some hands swinging. Who else we got? Mama Reynolds. What up, Mama Reynolds? What up, Malik?
Hey, Miss Reynolds.
This racism. But tell it to this mama, because she out there protesting, Malik. She out there, man. I'm going to share the clip with y'all. I'm just waiting to get a few more people in here, though. But they said she lead a protest outside of school. And after allegedly, her daughter told her, that means like it's her word versus the other student. So the student probably lying saying that I never said that. I didn't say that to her. And she's saying that she did. So the mother mad because the little girl probably ain't getting disciplined. But how can you prove a kid said something?
Right.
Like how can you prove that?
She can't. I mean, even if you took it to court, I mean, what you gonna do? No, it don't work that way. If somebody else heard her say it, then they can jam her up. But if it's just them two and words being passed back and forth, they're gonna dismiss this.
Yeah, here go mom.
But you can't prove it.
They have not done anything for my 6th grade daughter.
This mother says after feeling ignored, she's left with no choice but to demonstrate outside her daughter's school in Santa Ana and pull her 10-year-old out of the school district.
They're sweeping underneath the rug.
Jasmine Harris is talking about an incident on March 1st at Santiago Elementary School. Her 5th grader Paris Barnes was playing with her friends at lunchtime when she says a classmate whipped a jump rope towards her and told her, quote, "Get back to work, you slave."
It was very disrespectful, and I just felt really hurt inside.
Mom says she's not satisfied with the response from administrators on campus or staff with the Santa Ana Unified School District. Harris has taken to social media demanding answers. She wants to know whether the other 5th grader is being disciplined.
I want the little boy to get expelled. I want them to do something about this.
Harris tells Eyewitness News because the other student involved is a minor. She went to the Orange County District Attorney's Office to press charges against him.
They have not done anything for my 6th grade daughter.
Man, what's your thoughts on this, Janice? She basically hit her rope and said, "Get back to work." If she telling you to get back to work and she hand you the rope, she calling you the master. You whip her ass with that. I don't like slaves didn't get handed ropes and go to work. So it's just like the kid don't even really understand. All she heard was slave. But what's your thoughts, Janice, on this? Moms out there protesting.
This could have been a perfect teaching moment, right? For the teacher, the principal, for them to really talk about it. Because if they're in a home where this is a norm for them to think, to talk about racism, slaves, black people, whatever, right? Sometimes you have to educate the entire group, because we all know that some kids do live in racist environments. And that's the bottom line to it. You can only teach at this point, because you can't press charges on what? It's going to be, that's too messy. Her word against her word, it's not going to go anywhere. I just think the school should have used this as a teaching moment, period.
Yeah, and she handed a rope. She don't even know how to be racist. It's like she could have handed cotton or something. Or she could have pointed the rope at you and said, "Get back to work, slave."
Right.
And hit you with it or something.
Right.
So
that would have been different. That's different right there. But just because somebody say, "Get back to work, slave," come on, man. But in the white world, they sue you for slander. They come up with anything possible to sue you. And if you don't have the right attorney, You could lose and you could win. But the bottom line is this was a great teaching moment for that teacher and the parents. Because maybe that parent don't even know that her child is going to school acting out like this. But then she would have to look at herself. Where she get it from?
I'm with Leak. Malik said she just wasting her time. And you know, she definitely is. But she making sure she wearing some tight pants so they can see how thick she is. They know when they going on TV, you know, she gonna get their attention, you know, because it's a kid, she in the 5th grade and she want things changed, but it ain't really nothing. It's one kid that may or may not say some racist things, and like I'm with Malik, ain't such thing as racism. You know, they taught this, you know, they never teach these kids these things. They won't even know to say it. So I don't know, y'all. Give us y'all thoughts, but we ain't gonna spend too much time on this. If and when this happens, she should have whooped her ass. Exactly, Slick. She gave her the rope. She handed it to her. She just over mothering.
Yeah.
Can you over mothering? Can you do that? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can. You got some parents out here that operates like this. My child ain't do nothing wrong. Anytime somebody say something, I'm going at them. Nah, every battle is not yours.
I feel you. Well, we got a couple of more things going on out here in the world, but that one right there, I had to share that one because I'm like, man, some things it ain't worth protesting. Everybody want to march and protest about some things, but the things that we should march and protest about, you know, they just overlook it. You know,
But the principal should have addressed it, and met with the other student and her parent, and that's all you could do. What you gonna do? Suspend her because she handed her? Nah, this ain't going nowhere.
These kids, she 10 years old, you know. It was a teaching moment though. They should have been able to teach them, you know. She just over mothering though. That just gonna have me laughing too hard. I'm gonna start telling my daughter mother that, like, come on, man, you over mothering, man. Like, don't be doing that. We got another incident that happened. I don't know if y'all probably seen this. This been going viral. I don't know how in the world these incidents like this happen, Janice, but they constantly keep happening. Like you got a 3-year-old kills a 4-year-old. Well, that's what's crazy. A 3-year-old somehow managed to kill a 4-year-old accidentally after finding a loaded gun in the house.
Shot her in the face. Shot her in the face.
Like he knew or like how to aim it at 3 years old at the 4-year-old face. And who knows, the 4-year-old probably was hoping, like, come on, right here, shoot me right here, you know, because they don't know. You know, it's just scary. Like, how in the world can this incident happen? For those who probably see it, I'm going to play the clip for y'all, and we're going to give our input on this, because I think this should never happen.
Joined here by Lieutenant Kuzuler. This evening, a tragic situation, a very preventable situation. The preliminary information we have is that there were multiple persons inside an apartment. We're told there were 5 adults inside the apartment, family and friends just hanging out, as well as 2 toddlers, ages 3 and 4. At some point, it appears that one parent thought the other parent was maybe watching the other children, when in fact the 2 toddlers were left basically unsupervised inside the bedroom. The 3-year-old gained access to a loaded semi-automatic pistol. Family members heard a single gunshot. They ran into the room and found the small toddler, 4 years old, on the floor, unresponsive. At that point, picked up the gun, secured it. At that point, obviously called 911. We arrived at the location, and the 4-year-old has been pronounced deceased here at the scene. This basically involves the 3 and a 4-year-old. The 3-year-old is the alleged shooter. It appears to be unintentional, and that's basically the information that we have at this point. Both are females, and both are said to be siblings. So I do want to make sure that I emphasize that we're still in the preliminary phases of the investigation. We need to talk to everyone that's involved to try to get a full and complete story of what happened. But it just seems like another tragic story of, again, a child gaining access to a firearm and hurting someone else, and this time it was a fatal shot. Appears to be to her siblings. So that's the information that.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Won't Show. Let's get it.
This should never happen, Janice.
Never.
Never. What happened to the safe? You know, you put it somewhere the kids can't reach it. Always keep it on safety mode. You know, just like this should never happen. And I'm just like, who should be responsible for this? Both parents. You know, you take both parents, it's like the other kids left with nobody or got to live with a family member. You know, like so you take the parent that actually the owner of the gun, but it's just like how nobody watching both of them. You know, it's like how both of them unattended at 3 and 4 years old. Like, I don't know how could you just leave a kid that age unattended. I'm worried about them putting things in their mouth at that age, like a fork, a quarter, anything that they can get their hands on. So to leave them unattended, you know, I don't know how long it was, but I just feel like, man, somebody's gonna be punished for this, and it's well deserved. So, like, they deserve to be punished. You know, this is definitely under mothering, Malik. They like I rather we need more over mothering out here than because this right here just beyond me. And these two little girls, you know, they ain't even little boys. You would think little boys more into guns. These are two little girls. What was two little girls? And now what you do with the 3-year-old when she grow older, knowing that I killed my big sister. You know, but they only a year apart. You know, this is sad, Janice. What's your thoughts on this?
It's really sad to see, and you keep constantly hearing how these kids are getting their hands on weapons. I remember an incident down here where the little girl the mother was driving. She had, I don't know, the gun Nene must have fell under the seat or whatever. And the little kid grabbed the gun. I think the child was 4 and shot the mother in the back and she died. So again, this is all about, hey, Kimberly, Dr. Purpose, this is about gun safety. But they so quick to want to arm everybody with a weapon and they're not even doing it responsibly. My thing is, you know, it should be gun training, gun safety. Why was this gun not on lock mode? But in Texas, you know, you can carry a gun. Yeah. You can walk around there. Hey, Kenneth. So the sad thing is, you know, again, unsupervised. This is what you call, hey, Rico, under parenting. For real. Because a 3 and a 4-year-old should never be left alone. Nowhere. But unfortunately, you know, everybody walking around with a gun, they being irresponsible. You know, immediately with Nori and them, with any of my grandkids, I put my weapon up somewhere they can't reach it. And then the military, well, you can get now gun safety locks free because they don't want these kind of accidents, man. Every state is so quick to give people gun license. Georgia, you don't have to do a background check, which is crazy to me. So again, these guns are just keep ending up in the wrong hands. So if these 3 and 4-year-olds are watching games, their older siblings, we just don't know the backstory. But however, it turned out really bad for this family. And the gun owner needs to be held accountable.
Dr. P said this actually happened to her cousin, you know, where her uncle got killed by her cousin at 13. You know, grabbing grandpa's gun. You can't leave these guns around. You know, I don't really like guns. You know, when we grew up, my mother used to break all our guns. I'm talking about it could be a water gun, cap gun. We sneak it in the house, and after a while, she said, "Oh, y'all can get water guns. As long as they colorful, they like orange, and you know, it looked like a toy. You know, but we used to like the cap guns, and we'd take the orange piece off to make it look real. We'd grab a marker and paint it all black if we had to." And us being young, we didn't understand. So every time my mother found our guns in the house, even though it was cap guns, she break them. And she let us know she broke them. Like, I'd be like, oh, my God. And she just didn't like guns. And as I got older, I started to understand, like, dang, that's why she hate guns so much, you know, because so much tragic, you know, that happened between her lifetime and the people in the neighborhood.
Yes.
With guns, you know, so I'm with it. If you ain't got a gun, you won't have to even worry about this. But some people feel like they need a gun to protect their family. We got my boy Flamingo is in here. What up? That's my boy Pat. What up, Pat? Appreciate you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, brother. Or you can catch us on Facebook. You know, either one. Because I know you on there. What's Slicky saying? I keep mine safe. I don't show them all. or lead them around. Okay, we know who got them.
Yes.
Okay, what you do with yours, D? This is why you take guns out the house. I'm with that. Say guns was created to take things from people.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a tough one too. Cause I just be like, people create a lot of things to kill people. You know, I just like I don't know. You can just to take, you know, yeah, you can threaten them, but if they don't give it to you, what you gonna do with it? You know, so I just like guns was created to take life. And it's like early on, it's probably was like okay, maybe from animals. You know, like we may be coming across certain animals we can't fight head on or something. But you know, you can make spears, you can make all types of things. You can connect with these animals. I just don't like guns.
Yeah.
Make
And,
it.
and we know why the guns were created. I mean, number one, the military. This if you go on to war and fighting, then this you can you know what I'm saying? You could justify why you have weapons. But that's in a whole coalition. So it's so unfortunate that they're not taking these gun laws serious, or they feel like because the white man always had that control, they always had the guns. So they feel like I gotta stay armed. You know, I mean, it's a reason behind that. And unfortunately, these gun companies, that make the guns, the bullets, man, they fighting Congress. Biden trying to say, hey, we got to put some control over this. They fighting him all the way.
Man, y'all better thank China for that gunpowder bullshit. I just found like that's weak. You know, I guess a lot of people like it's just an unfair fight. No matter how big you is, you can be a dude 6'8" out here, man, trying to fight a dude my size. If the dude my size talking trash and he look like he confident, you better run. He's gonna shoot you, dog. Like some fights don't even be making sense. You can tell you like, oh, Shorty about to shoot him. You know, like dudes don't even want to fight. They looking for a reason to shoot people these days.
Yes.
So man, y'all just be careful out there, man, because it's a war zone. Like nigga Slicky said, it's a war here in Baltimore. I just said it's a war zone too. Yeah. Hey, Slicky, I understand. Just make sure you know if there's kids around, you keep it up high, you keep the safety on, and be prepared. But I know a lot of people like, man, they ain't got time. They had to get to their gun and open a safe and
right.
Do all that. You did, you know. So it's like you can at least put it somewhere you can reach, you know. But overall, just stay out of trouble, man. Try to stay away from all that. But sometimes it comes to you. You can try to stay away from trouble, but sometimes it comes your way. You gotta try to avoid it as much as possible. But that's what they doing here in this middle school, and I think they're gonna try to do something in the high schools as well. Yeah, the high schools and the middle schools.
This is in Georgia.
Georgia, who actually needed the most. Y'all need it, man. We've been had it here. That's what's weird. It's like how the hell Georgia just getting it? They should have had this long time ago. Like
they have them in the alternative schools because they figure all these kids coming here with behavior issues. But the regular school, they don't have it. You just come to the door, sign in at the desk, and that's it.
She talking about y'all stop talking Texas news, man. Hey, if it go viral, y'all stop going viral out there. And Texas is so big, you know, so it's always gonna pop up some part of Texas. We ain't talking about Houston, you know, so hopefully we stay out of Houston. What's up, Kimberly? I hope you ain't drink all that sea moss by now. Slow it down. 99% of the time, you'll never have to use a gun. Yeah, it's just that 1%. It only take about a second to fire a gun, and that can ruin your life forever. Yes. So don't let you know. It take a few seconds to ruin your life forever. You know, that's just weird, man. I remember when times when they had jump out here in D.C., and they used to like jump out in regular cars.
Yeah.
So if you beefing and getting into other neighborhoods, and they sliding through your neighborhood in them type of cars, and then the police come through in that type of car, what you think gonna come to mind? People gonna fire that car.
That's what's happening right now, Ma. This is why you see these cases happening right now. He was in a plain car. He didn't have a badge on. So hey, he ran up on me. So if you're a gun owner, you're gonna protect yourself.
You got to. So if you're not in a violent area, I don't know what's not a violent area.
Right. You ain't got to be in no violent area these days. Anywhere you go now, you have to be vigilant because so many people out here just reckless, don't even care about life. And we heard the young brothers say on the show, they are living to die. What you gonna do with that?
Dang, he said, my husband's special force, he can put a gun together blindfold, and he's not allowed to have one here. Man, that's tough right there. My brother practiced all that blindfold, clean your gun, hang upside down. Man, yeah, you got you one. But he might can do all that with his bare hands. You got one of them special op dudes.
Special forces, yeah.
Red light district. I'm gonna let y'all hear this clip, because this might be a good or bad thing for the school. I think it's great. I think there's something they should have been doing, but you got some people that are against it. They like, oh, they treating our kids like criminals. The school already set up like jail. That's why people in there fighting and they stabbing each other, they shooting at each other. We need to get the guns out like jail. Ain't nobody in jail out there with guns, so they can somehow stick a knife in or pencil. There ain't nothing you can do about that. That's just.
Yeah.
But to get the guns out of there.
Yeah. But Ma, they stated that this year alone they found 300 guns in the schools in Georgia. 300.
Dang, that's just this year.
This year.
Last year they found like almost 900 or something in Georgia. So they already on pace to beat that. Yeah. They gonna, man, yeah, it's time to put these metal detectors up. Y'all give us y'all thoughts, but these day plans.
This could stop a disturbing trend.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning to you. So far, the interim superintendent says that they are on track this school year for a record-breaking number of weapons confiscated from students. So far this school year, they said that they have actually taken in more than 300 weapons, and that includes both knives and also guns. The district says it is looking to evolve technology to help schools deter and detect any weapons that come through those school doors. The district says their weapon detection system will allow students to go through the entrance without stopping. They don't have to empty their pockets or bags or wait in any long lines. So really focusing on that efficiency. They'll also say that the technology will allow safety personnel to accurately and quickly spot threats. The interim superintendent has been outspoken this year on the need for making schools safer amidst the rise in all of these weapons and violence.
We are looking at what we need to do to keep our students safe. We are looking at what that looks like across the board. So it's from the personnel perspective, what we need to do to make sure that our students know about the entrances and exits of buildings and making sure doors are closed. So it's just a big conversation regarding safe schools at this point.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Time Won't Show. Let's get it.
$8 million. I mean, they gotta get it done. I think it's worth it. Whenever it comes to the kids, I say spend that money. Don't even think about it. And I think this will help out, So for them kids who might sneaking drugs or whatever else y'all was sneaking in, them days over with. They get to know everything that's actually in your bag and your pockets without you taking it all. When I went to school, we had to actually take our book bag off and slide everything through the metal detector. Just like you at the airport, but these ones, it's the bigger ones. Like there's some new stuff right here. Like they can just walk through and it scan their whole body, But I'm with it, Janice. What's your thoughts on this? How you feel about it?
I'm glad that they're at least trying to put some preventive measures in place with the schools. Because if they're in school, that means they want to be there or the parents threatening them. You better go, right? Yeah. But we want them to be safe in the schools. I recall this year where they locked down my grandson's middle school because somebody had a gun in the school, right? But my thing is, Ma, will it be able to detect these ghost guns and the 3D guns? Because people can get those through metal detectors. So, I mean, I'm hopeful that they are really looking at these aspects of the type of guns, right, that are not readily noticeable. So the thing is, yes, this was great. I'm so glad they're doing this because y'all know in Georgia, you don't have to do a background check. So parents have guns in the home, and especially boys, they probably, might get into something with somebody and take the gun to school because they feel threatened rather than sitting down and say, hey, Mom, this is what happened to me. They rather say, man, they think I'm a punk, right? So now your ego in play. So now what you gonna do? It's instead of us, man, it's all about empowering and educating people around safety measures. And this is one of the ways now they can prevent, gun violence in the school. But what's going to happen outside? They got them in their trunks, in the car, everywhere. They know not to bring them in, and except for if they forget, stuff happens. right? You go to the airport, we see it all the time with celebrities wind up with their gun at the airport, right? All the time, because you're not you moving, but you gotta be checking. You gotta have your checks and balances in place when you're talking about a weapon. Because in Georgia, they don't lock you up no more. You just get a ticket.
Damn, that's it. Georgia might be the spot, man. But I can't go through it. I can't do it. And I see you saying PG County gun
That's
violence.
just one county too, Maul.
Yeah, PG getting lit, man. There's a lot of people from the southeast area getting pushed out there anyway. You know, they getting these vouchers and they get to move wherever. Most people want to move out Maryland. For some reason, we think Maryland is so much better than Southeast. They feel like any place better than Southeast, though. And then when they get to these places, they see it ain't that much different. Right. You know, you basically moved in the same neighborhood, obviously, you know, but it's each on. You live and you learn, you know, but I think that we is our environment, you know. So when I be hearing that, you know, these certain places bad, I be like, who live there? Like, it ain't none but black people. That's it's us. You know, it's us. We gotta start looking in the mirror and say, why are we where we live? This considered the scurry areas. You don't want to go there after hours. You don't want. I feel like that in certain white places. After 12, I'm like, nah, I ain't even going to the gas station. I ain't stopping and everything, you know, but it's more people that fit us out, their own people than them. They'd rather stop there and you hear like, oh, this person got snatched, or you heard something happen like that, because, man, I don't trust none. I'd be like, look, man, hey, I ain't got time for it, because there's a lot of evil people out here, man. People going through some things, but I think this right here will slow down things, you know, because that's better than giving the teachers guns, because that was their next option. They were about giving the teachers some guns. I'm like, shit, as many videos we done seen these kids hit these teachers, one of these teachers might shoot one of these kids.
Self-defense. I was afraid for my life. That's the first thing they're gonna claim.
You know it. Said, yeah, I heard that. And be bad. Yeah, man, Merlin bad, DMB, all that. It's the same. It's just these invisible lines they give us, y'all. These invisible lines. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I don't know if y'all heard your girl try to change the new leaf. You know, she said she's gonna
Black
change.
China.
Yeah, and not only she deactivated her $240 million OnlyFans account. I want to know, be real, ladies, if y'all can do that. If y'all know, y'all can make $240 million a year, basically just off your OnlyFans account. What she been doing? Can y'all just deactivate that account? Because she can always probably reactivate it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, you know, but she trying. I'm gonna play the clip for y'all. You know, believe it or not, I don't believe
OnlyFans anymore.
At all?
I don't do it anymore at all.
With all the money you were making?
Yes.
You just shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I'm just changing everything about me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's a dead end. All that stuff is a dead end. And I know that I'm worth way more than that.
Believe it or not, Janice, you think this Black China doing her thing for real? You know, people could change. I'm thinking that, you know, it's been time for a change. She's from this area, so, you know, I always root for her. But I don't know these days. A lot of people just say things to get through the media, and this probably be a 5-episode palette she putting together. So she might delete it for these 5 episodes, and once everything back, she gonna say, the old China back, and then she's gonna be promoting that. I don't know. That's what I think, but I'm hopefully, you know, things maybe change and hope she turn over a new leaf. What's your thoughts on this stuff?
Okay, this is 2023.
Yeah.
And she made $241 million in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, Black China. I mean, that's my girl. I really like Black China, right? Because she stand her ground. She definitely hood. Right? But how is this a dead end, Black China? When did you come to this revelation? I'm all about people turning a new leaf, getting on the right path, right? And that's okay. But you got to think she got a son that's probably like 10 now. So again, we got to remember our kids are very know their way around these computers. So maybe you know what, she is in a good place or the right place or heading in the right direction. Kudos, man. I applaud you. But you know, again, don't you can't throw haymakers out the game because it ain't adding up. You made all this money. Why you ain't? But you can come to a revelation at any point in time. I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying she faking. All I'm saying is, yes, Rico, we all go through changes. I'm happy for her because this is my girl. She, you know, she went through some stuff. But the bottom line is we gotta be safe. We gotta you putting you just imagine on OnlyFans what's going on.
They going crazy right now. Where she at, China? Where you at, girl? They missing you out there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But that's a lot.
But I applaud her. She came from the pole to making millions to doing her thing. So we know that nothing is impossible.
Yeah, I see. Kim said her and her mother not on good terms. Yeah, her mother said, you know, that Black China ain't her. She said that's a clone. She said that ain't my daughter. Wow. She said I know my daughter. She said that's a clone. She said I don't know who the fuck that is. She said I don't want to be around her no more. I don't want to talk to her. She don't want to leave the house. All she do is sit in the house, stare at the wall, and do that OnlyFans shit. She was like she don't got a life. She don't got control of her life, and she don't believe that was her daughter. I'm gonna find the clip, and that's what's crazy because they always say a mother knows their child.
Yes, sir. And it's another famous rapper female who just did the same thing last week. I just read it, but I can't remember who it was. But it was another young lady out there on the pole. Who I want to say it was Cardi B.
Cardi. Yeah, Cardi used to be out there on the pole.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking she said she wanted to change her life. She, you know, I don't know. I can't think of who this person is right now, but somebody just said this last week that was on the pole out there doing all this wild stuff. And right, it's time to change. Once you mature and you know better, you got to do better.
It's starting to happen. I see NBA young boy, we shared that. He said he tired of making the music because he's starting to realize that it got effect on these kids. Like these kids really like go out here and try to imitate the things that he talked about. And he said he don't want to push that type of energy out here. Now that he older and he understand, he want to push a lot of positive music, positive things, period. Anything else, he ain't trying to do it or be about it, you know? So far, he been good. How long ago was that we talked about that about NBA Youngboy?
For a couple of months, 2 months maybe.
Said she's right now. Let me see. Spend some. See, she spent some. Hey, Container. Appreciate you for tuning in. Said her mother is a nutcase.
Yep.
Her mother be going in, man.
Yes.
Yeah, but she all entertainment, man.
Yes.
She making her little money too. She came up off her door, to be honest. We wouldn't know her big one for Black China. But man, everybody got their issues though. I'ma find that video of her mother because she went off. The one I had they removed. But you know, once it's on the internet, it's up there forever. So be careful what y'all post. I deleted it. It's never deleted. It's up there forever. I don't know what Kimberly put up there. Let me see. Whatever people be trying to put up there, it always show blank. I hope you ain't buying no stars. Please don't buy no stars, y'all.
We only get 1 cent off that star.
1 cent off $1. Each dollar, and we got up to like 20 grand one time, and they gave us $200. I said, "Oh man, I thought we hit the jackpot. I thought we was doing good the whole time." I was like, "Hit the stars, appreciate y'all for the stars." The whole time they was taking majority of that.
Absolutely, they ain't give you nothing is free. I don't even, you know, and they knew that was a rip off from the jump, but people don't realize. But once we got the report, we were able to identify things. So 1 cent, y'all tripping. They could at least give you 25 cents on $1. They ain't doing no kind of work.
Man, they ain't doing a damn thing. Yeah, I can't find Black China yet, but I find her. It's cool. Until then, we're going to put up this next article I want to talk about because this was back in the day. This was a joke. And I always hated that his name was Jamal in this movie. I'm like, why you got to have my name? You know, but I don't know if any of y'all watch Joanna Man.
Yes.
Joanna Man?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people was posting because now there's this big white boy. He gonna be playing with the girls illegally, you know. And I don't know what they gonna do to stop this big white boy, you know. But it's gonna be problems. But they basically saying yesterday's script comedy is today horrifying reality. And it is true, you know, and that's the sad thing about it. You know, when I first heard that, I was like, nah. But then when I seen that image, I said, I forgot all about Jawan the Man. I was young when that movie came out, you know, so I remember, yeah, that was so funny just seeing a dude dress up as a woman who didn't look shit like a woman.
At all.
For some reason, it worked out for the movie. Like white chicks, I'm like, nobody can tell y'all want white chicks. But you can, oh, you know, it's just a movie. It's for, you know, it's for laughs and jokes. But this was really this to be fun of, like the made fun of. Like this was really a joke. But now, Johnny, this really our reality. We're gonna really have men out there with transgenders. I don't know what to call them these days. Playing with the women. They already got them boxing them. You know, it was a champ. They got them swimming against them. You know, we had a dude that was in last place with the men, and he won first place with the women. It just letting you know genetics alone is not fair. You know, I understand they want to be women, looked at as a woman, but I don't think they should be playing sports with the women. Definitely anything physical. You know, basketball, that's okay. But imagine LeBron playing with the girls. You know, like just because the dude is a trans don't mean he can't hoop. That don't mean he can't dance. He can't sing. These dudes are still talented. You know, they still are men. They just as strong as men. So I don't like it. And I think he gonna be like 7 foot. I'm gonna put another picture up on him though. What's your thoughts on this though, Janice?
You know, one thing I can say that I like that Governor Kemp did in Georgia. He blocked. You can, if you are trained, you cannot. You got to play whatever sport your gender is. He blocked that. So they was mad about it at first, but I was so glad that he did something right. But this is crazy right here. They can't win. Remember, we just had a whole adult playing with a girls' league. So again, people do anything to win. Build your team right. That's all. Put the time in. You always gonna have somebody better than you. That don't mean as a team y'all can't beat that team. Look at LeBron team, man. He the best player in the world. They getting smacked. Well, they at least they in the playoff bracket now. Play-in bracket. Yeah. They did make it up to the play-in bracket.
No, I'm a Lakers fan. And I hated LeBron growing up. But I don't know how the hell he become a Laker. You know, I was a Kobe fan. You know, but it's good to have LeBron now. But sports is for entertainment, you know, and I get it, you know, but I don't see no entertaining when men playing against the girls. It's just not fair at all. You know, if that's the case, just merge the WNBA with the NBA then. That'll be lit. Some of the girls and the boys all playing on one team. That's gonna really take a lot of coaching, you know. So I
think they're trying different stuff because it's a league out now, a mixed gender league out now. Tiny T.I.'s wife is part owner in the one in Atlanta. So men and women playing together.
Yeah, see, that's gonna
they
be
trying,
good.
and if it stick, like I said, they throw stuff on the wall. If this stick and they start getting a lot of hype and publicity, trust me, it's gonna be a big thing. Master P got a league, or either him and T.I. own it together.
Yeah, Ice Cube joined big though.
Yeah, the big three.
Yeah, because he get real NBA players, or at least retired NBA players.
Yep.
A lot of them dudes go back and play sometimes for certain teams. So he got a job big, and it's 3-on-3. It's half court. Ain't nobody trying to do all that running. I just think they should make a trans league. You know, like if you a man that trans from a woman, or a woman that trans from a man, then this your league. You know, it's still gonna be WNBA, NBA, but it's just these the men's side that want to be women, these the women's side that want to be men. But it's still to be a fair game. Y'all all was born this, and y'all all transition to this, and y'all all playing each other. You know, it's enough for them out here, I think, to create a league, and it might be entertaining. You know, it might be, but I don't think they allowed it because a lot of viewers will start watching the NBA. You know, a lot of these people start going to them games. They don't want no competition. I don't see it really happening. But I found a clip on Black China Mama. I not the one that I wanted to share. I'm gonna just share a little bit of it because she be tripping, man. She be going off, Janice. When I say she be going off, and sometimes she be crying so hard. I'm like, she not that good of an actor. I don't know her for being in movies or anything. I know she played on a reality show and that wasn't good, but when she crying, I'm like, man, I don't know.
But if you crying, why you gotta be having the crap on TikTok? Help me understand.
I hate it. That's what I hate more than anything. People crying online, but that just lets you know she ain't got nobody. That's all she got is people. She crying out for help. Hopefully somebody that know her and love her actually reached out and helped her. But she been crying out for help with Black China for a while. Like somebody save her daughter, help her daughter. She don't know why her daughter doing some of these things. Early on, they was best friends. So it's like I don't know, man. I just think like I just sit back and listen, But eventually, the light always comes through the darkness.
Yeah.
But here goes. So I'm gonna pause in between, or you want me to pause anytime? Let me know.
Okay. See her in that dress. See her with that man. Something that you birthed. How can it go so astray? Where did you go wrong? Your grandmother, a praying grandmother. Now she has a prayer mama. And it still ain't do no good. This is so sad. It's so bad. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel bad for me. Because I'm going to keep going to the kingdom. No, your seed, something you almost died for, something you raised to the best of your ability and beyond. My child never wanted for nothing. Nothing. She had too much. I gave her too much. And this is what happens when you spoil your kids. They come for you. Come for you. They hurt you. The mama's just crazy.
Oh, she going on. So far, she's saying this what happened when you spoil your kids. She basically saying a lot of times I done heard her say China didn't grow up hungry or hurting. She was spoiled. She got whatever she want. She didn't have to become a stripper. She chose to become a stripper. But you got a lot of girls out here be like, well, I grew up, I couldn't afford this, I couldn't get these things, my parents ain't buy me this. That's most times when you hear, oh, I'm trying to get through college. She like, this girl ain't really had no excuse at all, but it's each his own. Like, at the end of the day, mom's got to understand what you was giving her was enough for you. She wanted a lot more. You couldn't afford to give her the things that she had her eyes on. I only think Rob Kardashian and a few other guys like that was able to pay for them things. But you want to add anything before I continue this clip?
I could feel her emotions, Mom. I think this is real. When you have a strange relationship with your child, it's painful. Trust me. Me and my oldest daughter, we went through it back and forth for a minute. And it was painful just not being able to talk to her. I'm mad. We mad. So I'm not involved with the kids' activity. I'm missing memorable moments. It's painful. So I get it. I understand where the mother coming from. And I said, and you got to see your role and your part in it. What part did you play in this? So I don't sit here and act like your child just went out here and went left. It's something played a part in her going left. So, I'm just glad me and my daughters are on really good terms, man. We can't talk about it. Just take a break, separate for a minute, but we got to come back. We got to talk about this. So, a lot, girls always got mouth, got to go back and forth, back and forth. I don't have no tolerance for that. But we're all grown in their 30s and 40s now. So we're able to communicate on a respectful level. Like a couple of months ago, I had called Keisha. I was like, I need to talk to you. She was like, I don't want to talk right now. I respected that because she already knew where I was going and she might not have been in a good space to take what I was getting ready to bring to her. So I said, I got to respect that. But we got to talk.
We got to talk.
It's a girl, man, raising girls, especially a mother, single mothers, it's rough. It's rough. And then if you got a history in the past, man, they looking at you like, this is not the same person, right? So again, sometimes your child don't mature or don't heal when you heal. So you got to acknowledge that they still, because of my reckless stuff where I was doing wilding out, right? Then they got issues, abandonment issues, the number one issue. So for them to get through that, they got to do the work.
You gotta do the work. Oh, I know they ain't getting our girl Janice out of here. Where you at, Jay? Where you at? Yeah, they done froze her up. Our girl has. Yeah, I always hear that the moms and daughter relationships be going crazy. And I think basically when she's saying she spoiled her too much. I just remember old clips when I felt like moms was acting too much like daughter. You know, like I used to see videos, moms drinking, turning up with her daughter. Sometimes I know with that Black Channel mom, they be dressed alike, partying, doing all types of crazy things. So it's just like you can't pick and choose. There you go, Janice. You can't pick and choose the times you want to be a mother. I was just saying, like, what I felt about her was she was acting more like a child early on. She was
Yes.
partying, turning up with her. She wanted to be on the show with her. She didn't just want to be a mom. I don't know who Cardi B mother is, but I know she around. But she not out there trying to be Cardi B. But Black China mom at first, that's what I used to see in her. Like, man, she act too childish. She need to act her age. So I just like see that now with a lot of young mothers. They like to hang with their kids and smoke with them and do certain things. And then when it's time to discipline them, they want to be moms. Like, you can't turn that on and off. Like, you're gonna be moms, be moms. You can't be buddy and then turn around like, now I need you to listen. Like, it don't work like that. And I think that's what the point that she was at. Now she want to be moms and she want her to listen. And she's like, nah, you tripping. Now it's upsetting her because it's like, you're not listening. Oh, I spoiled you too much. I shouldn't have spoiled. No, you became too much of her friend. You was less mom and too much homie. That's what I think that she going through. But I think Black China seen this clip, or one of the other clips to make her actually want to change, to turn down millions of dollars, 200 and some millions of dollars a year just on OnlyFans. That's just on OnlyFans alone. So she's making money elsewhere, and that's probably why she can get it away. But that's 200 something million. I know some people that can't walk away from 100,000 on OnlyFans, 50,000. For her to do that, I think it had a lot to do with her mother saying how much it hurt her. I don't know, Janice. I think that's the case. I ain't gonna share too much more of the clip because I ain't got time for them to remove it. But I get what she was going through. She going through a lot of her. I put the clip in the video for some of y'all who might want to see the rest of it. About 4 minutes more of it. But I just feel like, she want to be moms now. And I think that the message got through to China. That's why she turning down the OnlyFans page and she deactivating all her social media. She trying to get focused on life. And I seen Dr. P put something in the comments saying that her cousin is actually Black China's manager or something like that. Did you see that? Say her nephew. Yeah, her nephew, Precy, is her PR. Is her PR.
Okay.
Oh, that so you close. Dr. P, you should have been on here today. But we'll ask you a couple of questions tomorrow. You'll be back on here tomorrow at 1:00 with me and Janice. I hope you're feeling good today. My man Big D will be back with me Thursday. He got a new phone, so his stuff back up and running smooth. But we down to the last few minutes, Janice. We can go ahead and start ending them out, getting some good energy and reflect on some of the things we talked about.
Yes, we talked about a bunch of stuff today, especially with the youth. Anytime there's a situation, your child is uncomfortable, you need, you know what I'm saying? These are teaching moments when your child is acting out. These are teaching moments. Gun safety. Please lock your gun up, put it in a safe or get the locks for the gun. It's a little chain, you can lock it. But again, we're seeing too much gun violence with toddlers. 3 and 4 years old. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine the pain. But again, that's just reckless. You're being irresponsible. If you laying your gun around, you got 9-year-olds killing people, but that was intentional. But they don't know the severity of gun violence and what that gun can do. So we gotta really arm our children, our grandchildren, our family members, right? We have to sometimes do role playing to get them to see when there's a potential safety issue or a crisis or gun violence in a school. We gotta talk to our kids. Gun owners, be more responsible with these weapons. They need to charge the gun owners when these kids do this, and I think they'll be more cognizant of what they're doing with these weapons. And the other thing is, school sport, transgender mall. I'm so glad. This is the only thing I like about Kemp. Only thing that he said, nah, transgender not playing. You're not playing with the girls if you're a boy. I was like, okay, I got you. So nothing happens unless it affects white people. And that's so unfortunate. And the government, they'll keep trying to hide it and sugarcoat it. But the bottom line is you can't dress up a lie. You can only get away with it for so long. But you lying, you're getting away with it to the other person possibly, but to yourself, who are you hurting? If you're constant lying, what are you doing to your spirit? We got a lot of liars out here. People out here just faking the fraud, guys. I'm sorry, I ain't even gonna get on that. But the bottom line is, it's about self-care, it's about self-awareness, and it's definitely about self-love. We will always see these incidents. We're going to always see violence more. Everything is just what it is. Where are you and what part are you playing in the situation? So the more we continuously do self-evaluation and introspection, guys, you got to make some changes. You got to do some work, or you're going to be in the same cycle over and over, and your kids and then your grandkids. We got to make a change. We got to stop and redirect those behaviors. And as I always say, that self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you.
Man, great show, great show. Always a good show, man. With me and Janice on here, we definitely gonna have Dr. P in here with us tomorrow, so it's gonna get even better. It just feel like we just having a conversation for the most part.
I'm sorry, I'm having a summer private summer right now.
That's cool. Hey, it's freezing down here. So what's the weather? It done changed up again down there?
No, it's cold. It's cold. I'm having one of those moments. But it's cold down here, Ma. And yeah, it's really cold. They have we have freeze watch all the way up until Thursday. But this is unprecedented weather. But why?
Yeah, this is crazy. Cold, hot, cold. I don't know what it want to do, man. Y'all just make sure y'all stay warm. Keep them coats on, because I remember when you're young, you take your jacket off quick. That's that pneumonia weather, that tricky weather, and that's how we always end up sick. And these days, you can't even catch a cold. You know what you catching. You can't even sneeze. Oh yeah, you got cold. We're gonna have to get you a shot. We're gonna see. Like, nah, you ain't got time to quarantine and doing all that just over a cold, man. So y'all take care of yourself. Understand that these kids out here, man, they don't only do what they see. They don't actually know what they doing. We had a 3-year-old that actually killed a 4-year-old. Like, I don't know how that. I didn't think that was even possible, but now I see everything's possible these days. Like, all they gotta do is just put your gun up. Keep it in a safe or something. It's just like no 3-year-old should be able to reach a gun. They can't even get in the refrigerator at 3 most times.
Yeah, they can. Nori, I was over Nori house the other day.
Yeah, they can.
Opened the refrigerator, took the milk out, and handed it to me. Shit. So, and he ain't even 2. He'll be 2 next month. So yeah, Ma, they can do that.
Yeah, they super advanced. Then we need to make sure we put these guns and everything else, even knives. If they can reach the fridge and do all that now, they can get to the kitchen drawer and grab a knife. So it's just like we really gotta watch your kid. I don't think no 3 or 4-year-old should ever be unattended, at no time unless they sleep, and then you hear them crying they up. But other than that, man, try to keep your eyes on them. I know it's hard for a lot of parents out there. You might be busy trying to do something else, but just put them on your hip or something, because these days, definitely if you got drugs or guns or something in the house, you don't want them to get a hold of them things, because somebody's going to jail. I don't know who it is, but somebody's going to jail, and it ain't going to be the 3-year-old. Right. They not gonna get him no time, and even if he did time, he'd be home by my age. So I don't know, y'all, man. We love y'all. Ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Y'all know the slogan. If ain't nobody tell you they love you today, know that we do from this time to the next time. Peace. Out of here.
We love you guys. Stay safe out there.
Gotta stay safe. Peace and love. Who we had in here today, Janice?
Oh, wow. We had Big D, DJ Slicky, Malik, Miss Mama Reynolds, as you call her, Dr. P, Dr. Purpose, Kimberly, both Kimberlys, Nene, Kenneth, Rico came through here today. I ain't seen you in a while, Rico. Flamingo and Katina. Hakes.
Yeah, Flamingo.
That's big sis.
That's my boy Pat, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Some people just liked and loved the post. We still appreciate that. We had Chef Courtney slid through and gave us a heart. Appreciate that, Chef. We also had Ron Hunt slid through, gave us some love. Appreciate that job, man. Anytime anybody want to come on, give their story, I want to get on any of these hot topics with us, I told y'all, just reach out and let us know. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Love you, Janice. Be safe out there and stay warm.
Yes, love you, Mom. I'm about to go see Miss Ray. She came home today.
Yeah, tell her, man, prayers up for her, and we love her, and we need to get her back on here. Just get her body right first.
She ready, Mom. She's so mad with the hospital. She said they treated girl. They started coming to her room with the badge just turned the wrong way, so she couldn't see their name.
Dang.
Yeah,
she know right.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it. Yeah, it's some stuff went down.
Whenever she ready, we talking about it.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Love y'all, man. Y'all go listen to my boy DJ Slicky Whoop. We gotta go live.
Yes. Love you, Mom.
All right.